Wounds don't speak loudly. They repeat themselves until you listen. Pain is not random, it is specific. It returns to the same places for a reason. Stoicism never treated suffering as meaningless. It treated it as information delivered without softness. Your wounds are not asking for obsession. They're asking for understanding. Heartbreak, rejection, abandonment. They circle the same lessons until they are integrated. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the obstacle becomes the way. Not because pain is good, but because resistance reveals where growth is required. The wound points directly at the work. You are not broken where it hurts. You are untrained there. Wounds expose boundaries you never learned to draw, values you abandoned to belong, truths you swallowed to keep the peace. This is not blame, it's clarity. Stoicism does not ask you to romanticize pain. It asks you to extract wisdom from it. The wound teaches you where you overextended, where you mistook endurance for virtue, where you stayed too long, hoping effort would change outcomes. Solitude becomes important, here not as punishment, but as a classroom. In quiet, the wound stops competing with distraction and finally speaks clearly. Epictetus said, "We suffer not from events, but from our judgments about them." Wounds reveal the judgments that keep injuring us. You learn where you equate love with struggle, where calm feels unsafe, where self-respect arrives late. This awareness hurts. And it liberates, because once the lesson is learned, the wound loses its urgency. It no longer needs to reopen to get your attention. Healing is not erasing the scar. It's remembering the message without reopening the injury. The Stoics believed wisdom shows itself in changed behavior, not emotional resolution. You know you've learned when you respond differently. You leave sooner. You speak earlier. You choose peace without apology. Your wounds don't define you by the pain they caused. They define you by the clarity they demand. Listen carefully, not with urgency, with respect. The wound is not your enemy. It's a stern teacher that wants you to stop repeating the same lesson. That is Stoicism with a pulse. Grounded, honest, and quietly transforming.